Hello, hello. This has got to do with immigration again. Um, so, the Constitution talks about protections against invasions uh, pertaining to militia sources invading the streets inside the United States. Article 4, Section 4 states that that there's not to be any other militia aside from the United States military. Okay? Section 4, it says, the United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive against domestic violence when the legislature cannot be convened. Okay? And this was changed by the 13th Amendment. Okay, so the 13th Amendment states that and I'm doing this and reading directly from the United States of America's Constitution for the simple fact that there are people that like to argue the fact of what I'm saying. It's just like Trump talking about he's going to be the president of peace and he's not going to start any new wars, things of that nature. Okay, so the Amendment 13, that was ratified December 6th of 1865, and ratified means that a rule that was written was brought into a law. Okay, that's what ratification means. It is brought into a law, not just a rule. It says neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for war crimes, whereof the party shall have duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to the jurisdiction. And Congress shall have the power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. Okay? So, the Article 4, Section 4, bleeds off into the slavery law. Okay? The only people that are allowed to be invoked into the streets or the guts of the United States inside of our boundaries, our borders, would be the United States military. And the only time that they're actually bound to be out in our streets is if the United States was to end up being declared as a war zone because another country has decided that they're going to start bombing us. We don't have invisible borders. Okay? We don't have a glass wall that goes 30, 40, 50 feet in the air around our country to try to block anybody from coming into the country and bombing us. So, with the Nazi ICE going into our streets like they're doing is unconstitutional. They are acting as a part of a militia group invading our streets, okay? They have thrown gas grenades. They have deployed pepper spray. They have shot people with pepper balls, not only at their bodies, but in their face. There's a young kid, well, his age puts him as a child to me because my children are older than he is. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner at all. He is a young man. He is in his 20s. I think he's 21. His father is a civil rights attorney. Okay? Nazi ICE shot him in the face with a pepper ball, and he's blind in one eye. He had blood running down his face as they had him by the back collar of his shirt, dragging him across the pavement on his butt. This is an invasion of the United States. All right? They were behaving unconstitutionally. They were violating humanitarian rights and laws. They were invading civil rights. They were invading and violating the United States Constitution. They are in violation of federal and state laws that blanket the United States. Legally, they can't do this. It's illegal. That's why I was saying in a previous video that it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen a month from now. But it will happen. And there are several prosecutions of ICE that we may get before Trump is out of office. Okay? It's going to take years to recover from this. It's going to take years for all these prosecutions to take place. All right? And in order from it being prevented from having these prosecutions, we're going to have these constitutional attorneys start filling out subpoenas and indictment documents in order to keep any of these actions from extending past the statute of limitations. The only law that I'm aware of at the moment that there is no statute of limitations against and will forever uphold charges is murder. Jonathan Ross, sucks for you. You murdered Renee Nicole Good. And the world won't forget. And we're not going to let you just willy-nilly walk away like you did after you killed her and get in your vehicle. You even prevented medical treatment from her. You are going to get prosecuted. And you need to get comfortable with the fact that this is going to happen. Like it or not, too bad. Too bad. You did this. She didn't hit you with the car. I've seen 5 different videos in several different positions and showing where you were standing. You already had your gun out, standing in front of her vehicle before she ever even put it in reverse to back up away from you. Okay? And turned her wheels to the right. If she had any intentions on hitting you, she wouldn't have backed up. She wouldn't have even turned her wheel to the right to veer her car to make a right-hand turn. She'd have just went straight at you and went right over the top of you. You did this. You caused it. It's your fault. Take ownership for your own actions. But legally, Article 2, Section 4, about the invasion, that's what y'all did. All to bend the knee to one man instead of upholding your oath to the United States of America's Constitution. You, ICE, have went against the policies, the procedures, the employee handbook, the job criteria of what your total job function is supposed to be. And y'all will get prosecuted for it. And when you do, I'm going to sit back with a bowl of popcorn and say, yay, about time. Because there's a right way and there's a wrong way to go about doing this. And y'all have fucked up totally. All the way across the board. Any law that y'all can violate, y'all pretty much did. Your day's coming.